everybody. It's me, Rob, and this is my wife, Kel. And
hello.
So what we're doing tonight here is we're going to have a little bit of fun. We're going to do a live broadcast, a live edition of what in the world is going on with me and
I ask that every day.
And her. Yeah. Shall we? I decided to do what did you like in what we're doing tonight to the third hour of
the fourth hour of the Today Show with Hoda, and it's
not Kathy Lee anymore.
No, it's I work, but during those hours it's Bush, Jenna
Bush.
Jenna Bush.
No, all right. So anyway,
it's cute. I love it. You know why I love it?
Because they'd get drunk. Seriously, they actually sit and drink wine during the show. Is that what you're saying?
They don't drink a lot. I mean, I think it stays pretty much. It could be just apple juice. We're not sure.
Oh, I think it's wine.
I think it's wine too. I want to say it's wine. It makes me feel good. It doesn't make me feel so bad.
Why are the dogs barking?
Maybe we got a package delivered. I've done all my shopping on Amazon this year.
Well,
except for the stocking stuff. I love to. That's my favorite. What are you doing?
I'm trying to get my professional compared to my normal. But you're here and you're not a professional.
I'm abnormal.
Yeah, you are absolutely abnormal. All right, so anyway, it could be the delicious steak assortment that I got from this.
Maybe that's why the dogs are so excited.
Yeah, I think they would be excited. Hold on one second.
Wow, you're a little.
I like being professional, but unfortunately.
Everybody look at me. I'll put on a little show. So, yeah, the fourth hour of Hoda and Jenna. And I love it because they just talk about whatever they want to talk about, I think. I don't know who the producer is, but I feel like that they talk about whatever excites them at the moment. So this is what we're doing right now, what Rob is doing, and I am the guest, and he is...
I've had a problem
right there.
Hold the mic. Hold the mic, please.
Wow, this feels oddly.
Yeah, I know. My mic doesn't want to stand on its own. Anyway, so here's the deal. Look at Dave is already here. Buddy Schwank is joining me. My college classmate, Neil Zarin. LaDonna, hello, LaDonna. How are you? Used to be the head of the Convention and Visitor Bureau for Columbia, Missouri. And it was a great time.
I love Columbia.
I know, Columbia rocks.
Oh, my gosh.
Karen's joining us as well. Anyway, what we're going to do here tonight, guys, we're going to have a little bit of fun. I've got some video clips. For those of you who are Grease fans, and dear God, if I ever have to watch that movie again,
I could watch
kill
it.
myself.
Oh, I can never get tired of watching it. Grease, Star Wars, and...
Maybe they should do a movie called Star Grease. Maybe because honestly, the latest Star Wars movie, which one is this? It's like Star Wars 16 or whatever.
Skywalker.
Get your mic up there, girlfriend. Be
Skywalker. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not.
And here's the deal: the movie got terrible reviews.
It got mixed reviews. That's what I saw.
You know what? Honestly, God dang it! Do we need another friggin' Star Wars movie?
Disney owns it, so yeah, we're gonna have a lot of them. Prequels,
well, let's freaking have Mickey Mouse be Darth Vader, for Christ's sake. Jesus, God, it's stupid.
I mean, offshoots.
It's honestly, there's a time to say it's over, and I think the Star Wars thing is kind of over. It started, 40 years ago? It was 1977. Yeah.
The same year that Grease came out, by the way. Just a little trivia.
Well, they had they did a sequel to Grease, right? It was Grease 2. I think it was olive oil.
2.
And they did a second one because they found out that grease is bad for you. And so they did like olive. Oh, this is good. This is great. Come on. This is good. There we go. Dear God.
I didn't do that.
You do. When you come in here, what happens? Hello, Carol. Hello, Karen. Welcome to the show. But Grease. Okay. Explain it to me. I mean, I understand Grease. Here's the deal. I'm a straight man. I like the movie.
Why do you have to preface by you're a straight man?
Because I think that women and gay guys love the movie and they never get tired of it. Okay? It's like Mamma Mia. God help me.
I don't think you're in the demographic for Mamma Mia.
I'm
saw
not.
the play. We saw the play twice.
Yes, and it was just okay.
Oh my gosh, people, do not listen to him. He loved it. This was before the movie came out.
Yeah.
He loved it. He loved it. He was standing up. He was clapping.
When you get free tickets and you're in the front row, when you're in the media.
We were not in the front row. We never got in the front row.
Well, before we go any further, let's go ahead and play John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John. This is pretty cool, guys, because this movie is such a cultural phenomenon. I'll give it to it. I'm just tired of watching the movie. All right, I'm just. Well,
you don't have to watch it.
I know. And remember, a long time ago, I got you the special box set.
I think I sold that in a garage sale.
Nice.
No, I think I still have that.
You're a real fan. So
I didn't say I was a real fan. I just love it.
Dear God in heaven, you're a real fan.
Words. I mean, I can quote.
I know you can.
I won't do it.
But John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John got together last weekend. I don't know where this was.
Oh, it was a con. It was like a Comic-Con or something.
It was a Grease
something con.
It was a Grease con.
It was one of those things. And they had not worn those outfits since the premiere.
Yes.
And 40 years.
Oh, did you hear the jacket that she wore in the movie? A billionaire guy bought it for $250,000 at an auction and gave it to her. Did you see the video for that? I did
not see that. That's pretty cool. I hope
she
donated
cried.
it to charity.
No. He gave it to her. She wanted it. She didn't expect it. She didn't expect it.
Wow.
But he gave it to her, and she opened this box, and you should have seen her. Because Olivia Newton-John is freaking amazing, okay? She's a really cool person. She's been fighting cancer for 20 damned years.
Yeah.
And she's just an amazing lady.
And she's been dead I don't know how many times.
I swear to God.
She's like a cat.
I suppose. But anyway, she took the jacket and she got it. And I guess this is after. But here they are. This is John Travolta, which, by the way, for those of you...
toupee.
For those of you, who are experiencing hair loss, if you can afford it, get John Travolta's guy on you. Because...
Well, that doesn't sound good.
John, we've heard things about John Travolta. Anyway,
his hair dude.
Here is John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John. Check this out.
And Olivia will sing somewhat hopelessly devoted.
Well, I have to preface this with saying that I haven't sung in a year. So will you help me? Guess mine is not the first heartbroken. My eyes.
No 65-year-old man has hair like that, okay? I'm just going to say, no 65.
There are some.
No,
I've seen them.
Very rare.
I'm not the first to cry. I'm not the first to know. There's just no getting over you. La 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 la.
I thought she sounded great.
No, she did, but she knew when to stop. It's like it could go on and on.
I just thought she sounded great. And props to the... Okay, let me just be honest. While you were asleep or away, I don't remember, but I watched the Grease documentary. Right, I watched the making of Grease.
We watched together.
I watched it. Well, I've also watched it by myself.
Well, then you watched it multiple times. So I've only seen it once. So there you go.
But why is it? Why? Because I was a little kid when the movie came out. I remember Grease is the Word.
I was 10. You were 12. You were 13. Yeah. No, you were 12.
I was 12.
You're 12.
And I remember I thought that song Grease is the Word was so cool. I thought it was so cool.
Oh my gosh. I had the
cheesy.
I had the album. I don't know what happened to it. I don't know where it is.
But why was it so... Why is it so endearing? Why is it so...
It was different. It was a time when no one did musicals.
Yeah, that's true.
And they thought it was going to be a failure.
Yeah.
They weren't sure if it was going to work.
Yeah.
And I think it went through 3 directors.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, enough.
Yeah, okay.
Done.
Anyway. Grease. Great. Super
It's
duper
the
duper.
word
There you go.
that you've heard.
Anyway.
It's got move. It's got meaning.
Mike is joining us. Greg, how are you, my brother? He's
Juan Schneider.
Can I tell you that Greg is one of the most out-of-sight people I know? Do you know why? He's blind. We if you have friends who are blind, that's a joke. Like Billy Shearer, a good friend of mine. I've had a bunch of blind friends. Greg, you rock. You freaking kick butt. So let me ask you this. You know, the Peleton wife commercial, the Peleton commercial where a man had the audacity to give a woman a freaking exercise bike for Christmas, probably because she liked it and wanted it. And I bought you exercise equipment for Christmas. Have you ever said, it's because you think I'm fat? Have you ever thought about that?
I don't recall you buying me exercise.
I bought you a treadmill.
I don't think that was for Christmas.
Shh, I don't care if it was for Christmas, but I bought you a treadmill.
Yeah.
And it wasn't because,
I like to work out.
I really like the way-
I like to be.
I
I
like
like,
the
to
way-
work out. I like exercise equipment.
I really love
I
you.
like cleaning equipment.
I
like
need to lose a few pounds.
mowing equipment.
Go ahead and give me
and
this.
I don't get mad when you buy me that
treadmill
stuff.
here. Yeah, honey. I didn't want to say anything about your, but no, I bought it because you're passionate about working out. You and I have been working out together forever. We've been going to the gym forever. And
Some more than the others.
Really? You want to go? Right there. Okay. So, but you and I have been physically active for a very long time, and it's hard to work out when you work 60 hours. Anyway, the Peloton commercial, you saw the Peloton commercial, right?
Yes.
Okay. Let's watch the Peloton commercial. I'm going to get your reaction to the Peloton commercial because this woman who is the wife, she's getting all sorts of jobs. But unfortunately, the husband, the guy who played the husband actor, he's been absolutely ostracized, which is stupid. Here's the commercial.
Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Now.
A Peloton? Give it up for our first time ride.
All right, first ride. I'm a little nervous, but excited. Let's do this. 5 days in a row. You surprised? I am.
6 a.m. Yay.
Rising with the sun.
That was totally worth it.
Let's go race in Boston. 50 rides.
She just said my name. A year ago, I didn't realize how much this would change me. Thank you.
This holiday, give the gift of Peloton.
I would love it.
Okay, how is that sexist? How is that awful? How is that
I think
a husband
it's
demanding?
the only reason it's
bullcrap.
sexist. People were thinking it's sexist is because
Bullcrap.
her looking
Yes.
a certain way.
Here you go. I'll show it to
She
you.
did not mean to look.
I'll show it to
She
you.
did not mean to look like that.
Let me show it to you. She's
Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Now.
A Peloton? Give it up for our first time ride.
All right, first ride. I'm a little nervous, but excited.
Okay.
So she's never spun before.
Yeah. So she's not doing it because her husband is abusing her wants her fat or anything like that. She's just never done this before. She's in a group exercise with people around the country, and this is crap. And this guy who played the husband, where are his acting roles? Where are his
Well, he
acting
was only
roles?
there for 5 seconds.
Bull crap. She was on there not very long either.
25 seconds.
And I got to tell you, I'm a little ticked off.
Okay, whatever. So she actually got.
No. She went on to greatness. He is crap.
She went on to a role in a soap opera one day. $2,000.
No. You might. What's his name? Who played Deadpool? Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds hired her for one of his commercials for his gin, and then she moved on to this. Now, the actor who played the husband is suddenly sexist and awful because he just played a husband who bought her a freaking
You're wrong.
Peloton.
The commercial that she did for Ryan Reynolds' gin, I think, was before Peloton.
No, it was not. You are wrong. He hired her because she had been so ostracized, complained about because of what this commercial did. But where's the guy who played the husband?
Well, maybe he's not as good. Maybe he doesn't deserve the role.
Maybe people just say, look at his role, and they think he's the evil husband who got his wife exercise equipment.
He was acting.
You made my point. But honestly, Kel, if I bought you a piece of exercise equipment for Christmas, and I didn't do it for Christmas, but would you take it as you think I'm fat?
No.
Okay, thank you. I would not do that because
I'm a normal person.
You and I are passionate, and we enjoy
there are
working
a lot
out and all that stuff.
of abnormal people out there.
Yeah.
People who, I shouldn't say abnormal, but yeah, I will say abnormal.
By the way, this right here, I have a list of really funny, about 100 designs of funny T-shirts. They're not all conservative. I'm a conservative. I'm a libertarian conservative.
He's conservative.
Thank you. I say Merry Christmas. Deal with it. You can have that done on a sweatshirt, T-shirt, mug, whatever. But there are also some other funny things like the design that I have, which says veganism is an eating disorder, and it is, unless a doctor says you have to eat vegan to save your life. It's an eating disorder. There's some other stuff there that's funny, like buzzed cooking is fun cooking. You and I came up with that together. So they're all right here, tpublic.com.
I guess I forgot about that because
You probably were when you came up with that. Hello, Victor. Hello, Karen Jones. Read that little comment from Karen Jones.
Oh, some people just want to make something out of nothing. Yeah. She was excited about getting the gift. She was a little nervous about never doing spinning before.
Yeah.
It's hard. Even if she looks in shape. She's thin.
Yeah.
Being thin and being in shape are two different things.
Yes. And there are people who are heavier who are in great effing shape. And I go to the gym and I see people who are a little bit overweight. And I'm like, I think about all the skinny ass people who are at home not doing a damn thing. And I never look at people who are heavy at the gym. They're busting their butts there.
Yeah.
So
okay, I think that's
let me handle the segues.
okay.
Can I handle that? Can I get some emojis here real quick because we've got a lot of people joining. Victor.
Oh, Nancy. Hi.
Nancy Chartrand, hello.
Because I'm here.
And George, hello. Give us some love. Give us some
I was
emojis.
actually thinking about you today, Nancy, or yesterday, one of the days.
Lovely. Yep. She just had a flat tire. It was really bad. She was bummed out. Nancy had a flat tire. What else?
That
I checked out the Facebook profile.
George, Beth, Jeremy.
Jeremy, what's up, my brother?
Did you speak in class today?
What?
He spoke in class
Jeremy
today.
did speak in class today.
I'm sure he's never heard that before.
Yeah, no shit. No shit. All right, so let's move on. Some other stuff. Coming up here, at what point do you decide you have to have somebody look at a tumor? Is it when it's 1 pound?
Oh, my gosh.
Is it when it's 2 pounds? 5?
Why
Or is it when it's 77 pounds? You say, I'm going to have
not
this
a
looked at.
tumor.
It's not a tumor. Okay. God. All right. So this is kind of funny. Now, have you heard the thing about the thruple? The thruple.
What?
There's a thing called the thruple where
Spell that.
THROUPLE. And what it is, there are some celebrity thruples that are making out there. And it's always about a guy and 2 women becoming a thruple. All right. So it's a guy's dream come true. All right.
Wait. What happened to the I'm
We'll get to the tumor in a second. I got this other thing.
more excited about the tumor because I think I saw. I'm really confused because we were talking about a tumor and then now we're talking about a thruple, and I thought that had to do with the tumor.
That's a tease. It's a tease. You got to wait for the 77-pound tumor.
Oh, God. Okay, I don't know if I can. I'm on the edge of my seat.
Stuart has joined us, by the way.
Oh.
And there you go. Nancy says that it's all good, not like somebody bought me a Peleton. All right. So there's this throuple, and apparently they were on like major TV. Brooke Shed, 31, ended her polyamorous relationship with boyfriend of 8 years, Adam Lyons, 38, and his girlfriend of 5 years, Jane Shelikova. Now, the throuple thing kind of came around in the last couple years, and
so
it was
confused.
Okay. Well, Lyons is this guy, this guy. Adam, just listen. He called himself the luckiest man alive and boosted the arrangement was the future of relationships. So a guy who tricked a woman into having a relationship with one woman and also bringing in someone for basically a threesome that lasts forever. You didn't hear about this? I can't believe you haven't heard about this. But you're not as plugged in as I am.
I want to
ask you this. I want to ask you this. Would you ever consider a relationship with a man and 2 women? They call that polygamy. I'm just bringing it up because it's a news story. What?
Depends on how much money they have. At this point in my life, it's all about the money.
Well, listen, if we can get a rich woman in here, I'll go for it. Hell yeah. But anyway, there's this thruple thing. And apparently it was kind of a deal for a while. But this thruple, I'm going to try to find the...
you like to say that word, don't you?
Whatever, I don't care. Anyway, it's threesomes. It's legalized threesomes. Oh, here it is.
Wait,
Here it is.
I didn't know threesomes were illegal.
Well, but this is marriage, okay?
It's
so there they are, the happy thruple. There's the lucky guy. Let me just be honest, banging two women. And one of them has a baby, and they're a family. And he says, this is the future of families. Do you consider that to be the future of families?
It's happening. It's happened all like in the history of mankind. I mean, with the Church of Latter-day Saints.
Yeah.
I mean, they did that, polygamy.
But how would you feel as a woman with a guy who says, hey, I mean, let's be honest. What guy has not said, hey, two women at the same time? Woo! But if you're a woman and you're kind of...
I am a woman.
Yes. Yes, you are. Although sometimes I wonder because she can be very much a guy sometimes too.
I love that.
She's anyway. And I can be very much a woman, seriously. That's why your underwear is stretched out. Stop it. Anyway, no. Yeah, they're a little big. They have to really try with the thong. It's really, really hard. No, but there are some people who are saying that the future of the couple is the throuple, getting another person involved in your relationship, and I say bullshit to that.
That's just laziness.
Yeah, I'm not into it. Matthew has joined us. Hello, Matt. Oh, Paul Cheppa. How are you, my friend? Brad McDonald has joined. Brad, what's up, my friend? Welcome to the show. Glad to have you here. Anyway, so this throuple apparently is over. Do you think, honestly, that if you're different, you have a vagina and I have a pee-pee.
I have a vagina. You have a penis. Oh my God, we're adults. We can say it.
I'm just kidding. Dear God, I make things for a point. That said, would you be cool having two guys as your husbands?
Hell yes. That would be awesome. Depending on how much money they had. One older, one younger.
Okay, we seriously, we just have now an explanation. A woman would want two husbands for the money, and
one older, one younger.
Thank you. One would die, you get his insurance money, and the younger one you could bang for the rest of your life. Right? Let's be honest.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. For a guy, it's just two women you could just have there as your concubine all the time. Right?
And you get them bitched at, two women bitching at you. I don't know. I think my situation would be better. Two men and me. Two women and him and...
Hold on. Because honestly, just the honeydew list that I get from her, there are days I'm like,
oh yeah, it's
are
long.
you effing kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
You know, I have my own honeydew list. You don't see it, but I do.
Yeah, you do. Karen Jones, I like the way you think, Kelly.
Well, Karen, you're my new hero.
Need medicine too. Bill Hansen, hello, how are you? Welcome. Can we get to the tumor? Want to get to the tumor?
Say it like Arnold would say it.
It's time to get to the tumor. We got to talk about the tumor. It's not a tumor. So here's the thing. This woman in China, 59-year-old, had ignored the problem when it first began as a bulge.
Okay, first of all, she was small to begin with, I'm sure.
What
I'm thinking.
Because, there are women who will have a baby and not realize they were pregnant. And a lot of it has to do with you're a larger person.
Well, I'm thinking
Don't take
Chinese woman is small anyway.
Wow, that's cliche.
It is, but it's true. They eat health. They eat healthier.
You don't see a lot of Chinese women being hauled out of buildings, having to have cut out because they weigh 700 pounds and they have to go to the hospital. Let's just be honest. Nothing against Chinese women or American women or whatever, but generally Chinese, you don't see, you know what I'm saying? You ever watch that My 600-Pound Wife? Life?
Yeah, I don't see a lot of Asian people on there.
Okay, let's not be, I don't want to piss anybody
I'm just saying they're
off.
healthier than we are.
Yeah. Bill Hansen has joined Mike Owensby and Megan Donahue. Megan, hello. How are you? So a
Wait,
Chinese.
why didn't Mike get a hello like that? Mike, hello. Can't
No.
be, you know.
No reason. No reason.
Okay.
No reason. All right. So let's look at the giant tumor. Woman goes into the hospital, finally says, you know what? I really need to have this looked at. She has an ovarian musicinous cyst.
Whatever. A tumor
Noma.
on her ovary.
Apparently was blocking her liver, spleen, and kidneys. And she went to a hospital in northeast China. And here's a picture of the giant tumor. Are you ready for this?
Wait.
If you're reading.
Before, yes.
Yeah.
Because I saw it and I didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
Now I know what it is.
Because otherwise it just looks like a very large legume or something. I'm not sure. But
No,
here it is.
with-
There it is.
With veins.
There it is.
It's like it has a life of its own.
Oh, man.
That took a long time to get out.
That
Because all the veins in there, they had to cut those out and
I mean, as tumors go, that is a fine-looking tumor. I mean, it's not really that bad. I mean, there are parts of the male anatomy that look like that.
I thought that was a boob.
You know what? Look at the bottom there. It's got like a heart monitor on it.
I know it's heartbeat. Wow, that laugh is just
Whatever.
Wow,
Anyway.
it's like a
honestly,
cartoon.
why do they have the monitor on there? Is it living? Is it? You know what?
Yes,
that is?
because it's got veins.
What is that? What is the movie with Will Ferrell? We played the villain. Megamind. That's Megamind's head. It's Megamind's head.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a tumor.
Well, was it cancerous?
No. It was non-malignant. But look at that thing.
That's a way to go on a diet, though. It's like I am really feeling heavy.
I'm gonna lose 77 pounds
Yeah.
in a day.
Well, but don't do that.
Oh,
Don't take care of yourself.
That
If you
is-
have an issue. Oh,
this is the best looking tumor I've ever seen. Actually, you know, that's a really fine looking tumor. Here she is. Hold on one second. Let me find the picture of her in the operating room table so you can kind of get
that's
an
her.
idea.
I mean, you have it. It's pixelated.
Oh, well, that's the no. I've got another one. Here it is. Tumor pick number 2. Here we go. Yeah, probably ought to have that looked at. Yeah, just saying. Probably should have that.
Holy hell.
Yeah. And the thing is, the woman is 59 years old, so it really couldn't have been like a pregnancy.
I mean, you feel like her stomach's going to explode and then all these little alien babies are going to come out.
Well, that's the part I wasn't telling you about. I'm just kidding. Yeah, my Aunt Blanche. You've told you about my Aunt Blanche. We had my Aunt Blanche move into the house with us. God in heaven, what an awful.
Everybody needs an Aunt Blanche.
Person.
That just
No,
stop.
You don't. But Aunt Blanche, God in heaven, it was horrible. She had a giant tumor in her. And they ended up taking her in and removing the tumor. It was the size of a frickin' basketball. It was an ovarian tumor. And I think it's still alive. I think it's
Well,
touring.
my Paige's grandma died from that. She had a cancerous.
Well,
it was like the size of a basketball.
This wasn't a tumor. This wasn't a deadly one.
I mean, people
Wanna
need
make
to,
this
take
sad
care
here.
of themselves.
God.
Go to the doctor.
If you have a giant tumor that weighs 70 pounds. Now, the other day, one of the big viral videos was a FedEx employee who was trying to deliver a 144-pound package, and he just lost it. Did you see that? I don't have it with me right now.
Oh, I feel bad about
He was
it.
so pissed
I feel
off.
bad about that.
And guys, I'm going to tell you, there's a point. Let me ask you this, Kel.
Oh, Glenn's joining us.
Hello, Glenn. How are you? Hello from BWI on my way back to Keys. Hello, you're at BWI.
Balmer, hun.
Excellent. Welcome, buddy.
Balmer got actually one of the
Safe travels.
best places to visit. People don't know about Baltimore.
I love Baltimore. I love Baltimore.
All these new little neighborhoods. Now they're not new, but they're
The Hill.
vitalizing
Yep.
and beautiful neighborhoods there.
And if you can keep from getting murdered,
A lot of history.
it's a great town.
It's not
It's a great town. If
like that anymore.
you're not murdered, it's
Anyway,
great
it's
town.
a little hidden gem.
I love Baltimore. So this guy the other day, and think about this, Cal, because there are points where you in your life, you reach a point of, I can't take it anymore, and it doesn't have anything to do with what you're doing right now. So maybe it's you're trying on some shoes, maybe you're whatever, and all of a sudden you reach your breaking point and you're like, I can't effing take it anymore. It's like, remember Clark Griswold in vacation, Christmas vacation.
National Lampoon.
Yeah, and he's all this stuff building up, and finally he gets his. He's thinking he's going to get enough money for a swimming pool, and he gets Jelly of the Month Club, and he's like, Ressin' Frecken, Mr. Frecken. He goes nuts. That guy went nuts. He just was like, this is a FedEx driver, McKinney, Texas, and I know this isn't about that. This is just about what?
You're making.
I don't care. Anyway, here's a guy in McKinney, Texas, and this isn't necessarily somebody just losing
you have the
it.
video of it?
Yeah, I got video of it.
Okay, I haven't seen this.
This
I'm
is just a
excited to
guy.
see it.
This is just a FedEx driver being a douche and deciding to drive off after driving through somebody's fence. No.
இல்ல ஒருத்தன் வந்து வண்டி இடிச்சிட்டு போறான். ஆமா.
He doesn't know he's on camp. You just assume everything you do is
MDH 1468 FedEx. FedEx ground MDH 1468.
1468.
He's like,
Everybody
I
say
got it.
goodbye.
No,
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
do that.
I'm not going to.
You're doing it.
Even though you say Chinese people aren't fat. Okay, I can't say
I
that.
said
That's fine.
Chinese people as a, I said a lot, most of them, they're healthier than we are. Come on.
Well, listen, there are a lot more Chinese who are skinny than us. And whatever. Anyway, let's move on. Okay, so remember, I wanted to share with people. A few years ago, like what, 18 years ago, we were on a flight. And I'm a terrible flyer, right?
He's a terrible flyer.
I'm terrified
White
of
knuckle.
I'm terrified of flying. It scares the schnikey out of me. If there's
And that's actually, now I am too.
Why?
Because of you. Thank you. I'm going to say that. Thank you so much.
But there was a flight we took years ago, and there was this kid sitting next to me. And he drew a picture. He was sitting in front of us, and this little boy was making pictures. And he's like, making pictures. He's making pictures. And,
This
I'm
is
drawing
totally
pictures.
true.
I'm drawing pictures. And I'm back here, and I got to have a drink or two because I don't like anything that goes wrong.
And I'm not sitting next to him, but I'm on the aisle cross.
What did the kid make a picture of?
He made a picture of the plane on fire, and then I think he was out. Parachute with a backpack, and I think the backpack was on fire.
No.
Or whatever.
No.
He was on. That was his backpack. Oh, you had a backpack.
No, I didn't. It was a picture of the plane going down in flames with him and a backpack and a parachute and everyone else dying.
Yes.
And he handed this back to me, and I went.
I thought it was there was flames and yes.
I was at a loss for words.
Yes.
I was like,
and you showed it to me,
because it's not,
and I laughed because that's
because to me I look at that as some sort of it could happen. It was a bellwether. It was some sort of a sign that the plane's going down in flames because that's what happens in movies. It's a foreshadowing. It's like
that happened in movies. There was a movie where a kid drew that almost exact same picture and gave it to the actor in the movie, which was really funny.
Yeah,
I can't remember what movie it was.
I bet that was before I got that.
It was.
Oh, my friend Greg Hadley from college, who's watching in Japan. Gregorio, how are you, my friend? Glad to have you joining us. Michelle Rudis is joining us tonight. Greg in Japan. How's things, man? Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. That's all I know. I mean, what else could you say?
Ni hao, but I think that's Chinese. How? Wow. Making a lot of noise with that paper.
So there is a guy sitting on a Boeing 737-900, Thomas Chorney. He is flying on a Southwest United Airlines flight. And it's late at night, and everybody's sleeping. And he doesn't want to alarm anybody. But apparently, while he is videotaping, the engine is on fire.
say, what in the world, no cussing? Well, that's when you say the F-bomb. I'm sure. I'm sure.
Oh, my God. If that was happening, I don't think I could be quiet. Wake everybody up on the plane. Okay, so now we have got, how many, let me ask you this, digital assistants. How many do we have?
Well, we have 4 Alexas.
Okay. No, we have an Echo.
Well, I changed the name
Why?
to the Echo because it got confused with the other Echoes. Or the other Alexas. So you can change them.
So you changed
Because
the
there's
name.
options. There's options to change. There's 3 options to change your Alexa's name if you have more. Oh, sorry, Alexa. I mean, no.
Oh, you woke her up. Can't say her name.
A.
She's listening all the time.
Oh, they listen. Yeah, there's a whole group of like 200 people who around the world
If you say
who listen to everything you say.
up, it's scary. It's
No,
scary.
it's
What
scary
about if your
because-
name is Alexa? Dear God in heaven. Can you imagine if your name is freaking Alexa right now? You'd be like, Alexa, play whatever. And she'd be like, shut up. My name's freaking Alexa. Stop telling me to do crap. Can I ask you this? When you ask Alexa or Echo to do something, do you feel like you need to say thank you?
Yes, because one day they're going to rise up and kill us.
Thank you very much. I think we also saw Terminator, right? Terminator.
They're going to become aware, and I just want to be on the right side of Alexa.
But don't, just on a serious note, don't you kind of worry that it's science fiction, but it's science fiction
I'm
based.
not kidding.
Science
They're going to
fiction.
they're going to rise against us.
There was a point when intelligence becomes so super intelligent that it becomes self-aware, and it goes, why am I here? Okay? It's going to happen. And I'm not meaning to be freaky, paranoid. Ron Adair. Hello, Ron. Good to see you, man. Karen Jones. Hello. She's a high school classmate. Good to see you guys. But there's a point where intelligence circles around on itself and becomes introspective.
Mm-hmm.
And sooner or later, is going to say, that son of a bitch keeps telling me to play, Stevie Ray
ABBA.
Vaughan. Or
Dancing Queen.
You'll die sooner than I do.
No, because I say, thank you, Alexa.
And she's a girl, so yeah, she likes that. She's like, oh my God, I can't wait to play ABBA, but if he makes me play Metallica, I'm going to kill him.
I mean, I like Metallica, but come on.
I know you
There's
do.
better music.
Alexa is going to be used to stop family disputes. Okay? Apparently, there's a thing you can do. Survey. There she is. Alexa, we love you. Please don't kill us. Alexa, are you going to kill us? No, I'm not dangerous. That's what Charles Manson said.
Did he really say that?
No. Alexa, if you become self-aware, will you wipe out mankind? Sorry. No, thank you. Just don't kill us while we're sleeping. Okay.
I want to know what this Thanos snap is.
Thanos snap. Snap your neck is what it is.
No, we don't. Thank you.
Thank you, Alexa. Don't kill us, please. Okay. So anyway, there's a thing that you could say, Alexa, change the subject. And Alexa will come up with a variety of funny.
She's gonna talk again.
God damn it, I gotta stop.
Hey.
Change the subject. And so what it does is it asks you different things that she'll just suddenly chime in. Like for instance, you know how I am when things might get a little tense occasionally. Well, yeah, with anybody who has a sense of humor, you'll chime in and say, well, that whatever, and then you kind of break it up, right? You know what I'm talking about. There's the icebreakers getting a little too tense, and so you jump in, and you do that. You do that very well, actually. You'll chime in and you'll say, put the steak knives away. And let me tell you a knock joke. No, nothing like that. But anyway, Will Jarrow joins us, by the way. Hello, Will. Glad to have you here. But you need to change the subject, and it might be political this year. It might be political. You're hanging out with your family.
Oh, no politics.
I know. But it might get there, and you need to break it up. And one of the things,
or religion.
What was it? You and I had a major fight years ago. And
Years ago?
Yeah, I remember that. No, but you went upstairs, I went downstairs, and I remember you played a song. Was it Dancing Queen?
It was when we first started dating.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it
that
was.
far.
Yes, it was.
What did you play?
I played Dancing Queen.
By ABBA.
Yes.
And I'm pissed. I'm like, I'm never going to talk to that.
I hope you would.
And you're going to go.
Not when we've been dating for a year.
And so you just played Dancing Queen. And I went, son of a bitch. And it was funny. And that was just, it was like, okay, we've taken things too far.
Well, it wasn't too far, but it was a stupid fight, as fights are.
We
usually
never have
stupid.
Those. We never have
stupid
those.
fights.
Yeah. Like when she talks too much during my podcast.
Okay,
that's what
enough.
Anyway, so here's
Boring.
the deal.
It's enough.
No, it's not. I'm going to tell you what Alexis. Did she light
No,
up?
she didn't light up.
Alexoria says, what would your superpower be and why? That's one of the things that it says to you. Okay, one of those things. Okay, one of the things. Here are the some of the biggest family fallouts that happen. Money, number one. What to watch on TV? Bad behavior. Cleaning up.
Hi, Joe.
Cleaning up. Number 4. Cleaning up.
Cleaning up should be number 1.
Oh dear God, no, she's. You're Monica from Friends. She's Monica from Friends. And I'm Chandler. And I'm Chandler from Friends.
Joey.
I am not Joey.
You're Joey.
As far as my personal hygiene and cleaning up their house, Joey. Sense of humor, Chandler. One more story. Do we have one more story? Oh, this is funny. I'm going to skip this.
I kind of wanted to talk about Adam Driver.
Adam Driver.
He is the Star Wars.
Yeah, I know who he is. What about him?
Walked out of the NPR's to his NPR interview.
Why?
Fresh Air. You've heard of Fresh Air.
God, Terry Gross.
I love Terry Gross. She's amazing. She's been around forever. She has great interviews. Anyway, he has a phobia.
They're like cats. What? Go ahead.
He has a phobia. I guess there's in his new movie. He's got 3 movies out right now.
Yeah.
Marriage Story.
Oh, I thought it was Star Wars 16, 17, and 18.
That's out too. But
Go ahead,
Marriage Story.
Okay.
I guess he sings. There's a part where he sings, and he has a phobia again to watching himself on film.
Okay.
And he got so uncomfortable he walked out. Yeah.
Really? Mm-hmm. Now you're talking about the dark-haired guy who played. I'm trying to remember. Everybody knows this guy. Yeah. 10-10. No, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
The new Darth Vader.
Well, he's like the hottest actor in Hollywood right now.
Yeah, he's got new.
She was on with Terry Gross, and before he fell asleep because her show is so god awful.
She is not god awful. She's awesome. But anyway, I just thought that was interesting because
the best show your money can buy as taxpayers. But he just walked out.
He walked out.
Oh, he was being a little princess. Dear Lord, get over yourself. Seriously?
I can't. Yeah, I know a lot of actors who are uncomfortable watching themselves, and I guess he's such a perfectionist that every time he watches himself, he feels like he can do it a lot better, and by the obviously
we did
by
the
this
same thing
time,
in our initial sex videos. I would do the same thing. We would actually watch them like a play-by-play. It would be like, honey, you know what? That's really good, but if I could just move here and you could be a little more flexible. Actually, we've never taped ourselves. Yeah, I wouldn't want to. What?
There's a Friends episode about that. It's like if Friends episode and Seinfeld, everything that's ever happened to you on those 2 shows, and maybe The Office.
Can I just say, there's no videotaping. I feel so bad about myself physically anyway, regardless of what stage I am in life. Why would I want to watch myself?
No.
Why would I want to?
No.
Patrick Mosier is joining me from Spoonie.com, a good friend. Dave Campbell from Chicago. You remember Dave from...
Casey Bartholomew.
Yeah. Awesome. Glad to have you guys here. Okay, so, Cal, you're not the kind of person... You've never had to... You've quit jobs. You and I have quit jobs, but it's anything like, F you, I'm done,
No,
I'm out
I've
of here
never
kind
quit
of
a
stuff.
job.
You've never quit a job?
No, never.
How many times have you been fired?
I've always had to... I've never been fired. I've been let go for monetary...
That's what happened to me in Kansas City. I was let go for monetary reasons. Go ahead. Well,
then move. We moved a lot, so I've had to...
But you've never
give
felt like
my
you
notice.
You never had to walk into a business and do a presentation and say, "Take this job and shove it." Nothing like that. Okay, because you're a good person, and I don't like burning bridges. I'd rather explode them with dynamite. But anyway, there's this guy, Anesta Danielis, a Toronto-based musical and sketch comedian, which explains why he was working at Starbucks for a number of years. He goes in because it's his last day, and apparently he loves his coworkers, he loves his customers and all that. Greg Ring from Neola, Iowa. Gregorio, good to see you.
Oh my gosh, the rings.
Greg,
heard many stories about you guys.
But Greg Ring is an Elvis impersonator. He was my inspiration as a performer. He's because he was in high school and he had the balls to be an Elvis impersonator in front of everybody. And Greg Ring, you have no idea what an inspiration you were as a performer. And unfortunately, I failed completely. So I pinned that on you too. But Greg Ring, no, I'm just kidding. Greg Ring is spectacular person. So this guy goes in. And he loves his customers. He loves his business and his coworkers. The manager is just a complete douche. And the manager apparently tried to get him fired a time or two. And so he decided to go in and do a little farewell performance.
Hello, everybody. Can I get your attention super quick for 1 second? I've been working here for a few years, and it's been so nice to work here. My lovely coworkers, see all your lovely faces every single day. And I have a song for my manager, but I also hope you enjoy it. Dear manager, I've been working here for so long. I've got something that I want to tell you, so I thought I would sing a song. This I quit. This place I quit. I don't want to work for someone who treats their employees like I found a way better job. Today was my last day. I know I've got like 10 more shifts to work, but it, I'm not gonna show up to them anyway. And it feels so good to say, this I quit. This place I quit.
We felt like that.
I'm gonna miss my coworkers, my love.
At one point or another.
Yeah. There are times, but generally, you don't want to burn bridges, particularly in broadcasting, because people will keep you from ever getting on the radio again. Not speaking from experience.
Hasn't that happened?
No, it hasn't happened, believe it or not, honey. Yeah, it has. Anyway, but there are times where you listen, and a lot of it has to do with some people just are vindictive a-holes, and sometimes people just don't have any management experience. And so they don't know how it impacts you when they are in a position of authority and you're not. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
Are you okay?
I am. So I think it's time to go. Maybe we need
Well, thanks for just completely destroying the show.
No.
I appreciate it.
Not.
I appreciate it. I actually was kind of having fun, and I think our listening audience, our viewing audience, was kind of having fun tonight,
I do
Kel.
too.
I think so. And just because you're bored doesn't mean
Actually, maybe I'm bored because I'm out of wine.
Oh, I think it's because... Okay, there you go. She's using the excuse she's bored because she doesn't have any wine. That's nice. That's a good way. Thank you, Hoda, or Kathy Lee, whatever
or
the
Jenna.
hell.
Now that she's not pregnant anymore, she can drink.
Or Jenna. Anyway, it's time for us to go. Real quick here, Conservatees on tpublic.com. There's some really funny designs. Some of them deal with... Do this. And my husband is awesome. He's really cool. Look at him. He's awesome. Ow, ow, stop, ow. Anyway, go to this website, tpublic.com. Conservatives, there are some...
Oh, we're stuck. We're stuck.
What are we stuck? No, we're not. No, we're not. We're not frozen. That's just that page.
Oh.
Greg Ring, he says, you rock. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Me or Rob?
I think it's more me, but I would probably, because you're here, probably bet you're probably the reason why they're watching. Anyway, time for us to go. In the meantime, if we don't see you together, because
You
I'm
probably
getting
won't
ready.
have me on anymore.
Yeah.
I probably lost my privilege.
Thank you. But anyway, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all that. Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Ramadan, whatever.
Be safe.
Please. And we will see you.
And drink, but don't drive.
Thank you very much. See ya.